Catelin Dre.
We're here.
We're back.
Every time we do this, we're in like a different location.
Right.
We're like trying to figure out what the best setup is.
We're getting there. Like, I think we're in a little room now in our new office in Sioux City. And I think if we had the acoustic tiles in the ceiling, this would be a really great place.
Yeah.
I'm worried it might get a little warm too because it's kind of small.
Well, and also my, breathless excitement is just going to fuel this tiny, tiny little room.
Yeah, I think it's 8 by 8, right? You laid the carpet in here.
I
Is
did.
that what it is?
Jessica and I did. We had a lot of jobs, like other duties as assigned during the move, and the carpet in this room is one of the things I'm most proud of.
One was not furniture moving or furniture assembly. We paid for that.
Praise Jesus.
Thank goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, I think for this episode, Happy New Year. It's a new year, new episode, new cocktail.
Yes.
So we're going to be talking about 2023 small business marketing trends as well.
I'm ready.
Because
I'm ready.
well, I hope you're ready because I don't know if I am.
We've hit record. There's no other option.
True. So by popular vote, we had 3 options here. Basically, find some trends and talk about them. Just have a random discussion while the producer introduces trends. Or let producer Zach find 3 real trends for 2023 and 2 fake trends, and then we have to discuss them and figure out what's real and what's fake.
I'm ready. I won't be stumped, except I probably will because I'm a grandmother on the inside, and Zach is like 12 years younger than me, and he is much cooler than I have ever been.
Well, these are broad marketing trends, so
Did you cheat?
No,
and look
I
at
didn't.
Okay, I was
No,
like, did you
of
look
course
at the
not.
list? You're saying broad.
I've never given... Well, because that's what they're supposed to be.
Okay,
They're just supposed to be general marketing trends. They're not like marketing trends
I know,
of the youth.
like be real photo composing 2023 or I don't know.
I would put my hands on Be Real Dies in 2023, but
really?
Yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at. But we'll see if that's one of them. I honestly don't know what his picks are.
Oh my gosh, look at his face. This is exciting. Read them. Let's go. I'm ready.
We're still in the intro. Cocktail, Caitlin. Cocktail priorities.
Okay, fine. That's fair. Okay.
So our cocktail is a New Year sour.
I love this.
Which producer Zach found for us.
Yes.
And it is basically a New York sour. We just swapped out the word.
Girlfriend loves a pun.
Yes. So it is. You can look up New York sour. You can also find this, obviously, wherever you find our podcast. Yes. It'll be there. 2 ounces of rye whiskey or bourbon. Mm-hmm. Is the rye important in the New York?
I should know this. My husband is so ashamed of me right now.
All right. Well, we'll ask and we'll check.
I don't know.
Because it doesn't say whiskey. It says rye whiskey or bourbon.
Yeah.
An ounce of lemon juice.
Go ahead. Bourbon can only be from Kentucky because it's corn mash.
Yep.
See, I'm not a complete failure, Tyrell. Please forgive me.
All right. So 2 ounces of booze, 1 ounce of lemon juice. And of course, that is freshly squeezed because there's no other way to do it. Do not pre-squeeze your lemons or limes.
And also don't use the green bottle of lemon juice. It's so acidic. I know it's convenient. Mm-hmm. My sweet dad keeps a bottle of lemon juice in their fridge and he puts it in his water because it helps him be more hydrated.
I get that for the water, but if you're going all out on a cocktail for the new year, let's go right. Let's just buy some lemons and squeeze them. It's not hard.
Yeah.
3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup, which, as you've reminded us in many episodes,
1-to-1 sugar and water, unless you want to get weird, and it's 3/4 water, 1 sugar. If you want it to be more concentrated.
Yeah, that's a lot. An egg white, which is, this says optional. I know
it's not optional.
No, and
it's
believe...
flip season, everyone. It's flip season. As soon as Thanksgiving is over, it becomes necessary and socially acceptable to put whole eggs in all of your cocktails. Not all of them, but as it's called for.
Okay, well, this is just an egg white, not the whole egg, because it's goes on top, right, or something?
No, it gets shaken in. It gets shaken in, and that's what gives it the really lovely body on the top, the sweet foam.
But, okay, so it does end up foamy on the top.
Yeah, but you don't just
egg white in it. You don't just crack an egg
on the top.
I don't do egg in my drinks. I've had them and had other people make them, which is probably good as we're having this conversation. But okay.
Scramble 1 egg.
And then I think this is what makes it a New York. A 1/2 ounce of red wine. Yeah,
and I think it's a red wine float, isn't it? Does it float on top?
A 1/2 ounce, I think it is a float. Yeah. Which is also,
you're right. That's what makes it.
And I believe in talking to Zach earlier, whose mic is off, but he'll join us in a little bit. He likes this one because it's very pretty.
Yeah.
Like, it's a really beautiful cocktail. So basically, you put everything but the red wine in a shaker with ice, and you shake your bouteille.
Thank you.
And then you put it in your glass. I would choose a coupe glass. Ooh,
Correct.
Zach is showing us pictures.
Oh, so you could do like a little rocks glass. That's cute.
Yeah, you could
It
do a
is
rocks
red wine
glass.
float.
Yeah, I don't want a coupe glass anymore. I want a rocks glass. Rocks glass, people. I love my coupe, but rocks glass. And then you do, this is a half ounce of red wine. I would argue that those pictures you showed us are probably at least an ounce of red wine on top of there. Because it's like, I mean, that's like an inch, 3/4 of an inch.
But it sits on top. So like it is partially like integrated.
Yeah.
I would follow the
So
recipe.
this is,
I don't know.
This is kind of like the sour version of a tequila sunrise. A little, I mean, completely different drink, but you get the
And also
layers.
grenadine instead of red
Right.
wine.
I mean,
yeah.
could you put red wine in a tequila sunrise? I feel like maybe yes.
You could, but it probably
Oh, it won't be sweet
Like,
then. You're gonna miss the
out
sweet.
on the sweetness.
So now you've got to put the simple syrup in, and now basically you've got a New York sour with
orange
tequila
juice.
instead of and orange juice instead of bourbon and lemon juice.
Just stick to the recipe, folks.
Okay, completely different drink.
We're not playing jazz
Never
on this
mind.
one.
But it is a really beautiful drink. You'll see Desi's artist illustration of it on the cover art and on the landing page. But definitely look this one
cute.
up.
Yeah.
It's a really gorgeous drink. Like, I might have to go make one of these just because
You want to look at it?
I do. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
All right, so that's our drink. And I know you are chomping at the bit to get
so
into
ready.
trends because you love a challenge and you love a game.
I want to win. I'm here to win.
All right, well, new year. We wiped the slate clean, so if we continue to have challenges, we're 0-0.
I know. I was like, we had a slate to begin with.
We always
This
have a
is
slate.
the slate.
We always have a
Me
slate.
too. Oh. What have I won in the past?
I think you've won everything. It's
Now you're just appealing to my vanities.
yeah, it may not have been a contest, but I'm pretty sure you won.
Thank you. I would like that in writing.
Which I think that's actually a song by
Also
a
reflected
gay
in
pop
my
artist.
compensation package for 2023. You're the winner.
You will get a 100% bonus on the prize money for winning in 2022, which is $0.
That's something. It's a moral victory.
All right,
take it.
so should we take a little dance break? Let Zach
Yes.
throw some music in here, and then we'll let him turn on his mic and come
Can't wait.
back and
I'm so ready.
and see if he can stump us.
My money's on Zach.
I kind of think, yeah. All right, we'll be back. All right, are you ready for this?
I'm so ready. I think I
So-
said that 37 times before we went to the break.
I know, and
I
it's-
can't wait. Zach's going to explain the rules.
Yeah, and it's a lot for us to just give up control and let Zach take
Oh,
control
no,
of
I'm
the
here for it.
podcast.
I'm
Oh,
along
you're here.
for the ride.
Oh, you just want...
I'm
oh
ready.
my God. Caitlin is a little competitive.
It's been a weird day. I'm ready for this ride. I will not apologize for any of the things that may be said in the next 20 minutes.
All right. Well, Zach, it's probably time for you to speak and tell us what the heck are we doing?
Yes. Hello, everyone. Basically, the name of the game is I'm going to present 5 different marketing trends, which a lot of this research was done from HubSpot's trend report.
Oh, okay.
We love
If any of you-
HubSpot.
If either of you read that, you might have a leg up.
I have not yet. I usually read them when they come out, but I haven't. Damn.
Oh, okay.
Ugh.
Okay, I'm lucky then. But basically, I will present the trend, what it is, and then I'll let each of you take a turn. You can obviously both discuss things at the same time.
So here's the thing. Here's my one, because I love a rule, but I also like it when the rules are my rules. I would like it to be Rich and Catelin versus Zach.
Versus me.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we have to agree.
So we're gonna agree and like come to a
Ah.
consensus and then
no.
and then beat you
I
is
like
what
that.
will happen.
I'll take
Okay.
a point. I'll take a point if you guys get it wrong.
Yes.
All right.
All right, so
I
That
really
helps.
just wanted like to not compete with you, Rich, because I would also lose to you.
I mean, maybe. Like, I have my own opinions on what trends will and will survive. I have seen a lot of things come and go, but I don't know.
Yeah. So I have a gut reaction and you have like actual knowledge.
I also have gut reactions, though. I do a lot with gut reactions, but
another thing to note as you guys
Oh,
are talking
can't wait.
about this
Okay.
is
getting
it says 2 fake ones, but there could be more, there could be less. So
what?
Just
oh, Jesus.
yep, just to make things a little more difficult.
I just I love Parks and Recreation, the TV show, and in one of the episodes, Andy Dwyer says a game is the foot, and that's all I have running through my head. It's Chris Pratt's dopey. A game is the foot, and I'm ready.
So are we ready, guys?
Yes.
Ready?
I believe so, yes.
Let's do
I don't think
it.
we're going to be more ready, and we've got to record an episode, so let's go.
All right, so this first one is pretty good. It's influencer marketing will evolve into a common marketing tactic with micro-influencers at the forefront of this growth.
Oh, totally true.
Yeah, it's already
I
happening.
actually teach about that.
Yeah.
I would say that I definitely think that one's true.
Okay, because like I need you to define a micro influencer because I feel like that's the
Smaller audience.
Okay.
Like smaller, way more niche
targeted.
audience.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
okay. I just wanted to again the rules. I want to fully understand the question and the context before I like submit a final
Yeah,
answer.
so
But I
it's-
think like this is a yes for me.
Yeah, it's the difference between like an influencer might be influencing you on bars and cocktails. A micro influencer is going to be on like craft
Location
bourbon drinks.
based.
It could be
Yeah.
location based as well in a specific area. So the idea is micro influencers are cheaper. They've got a more loyal audience that's more relevant to
Like
them.
trusted.
Trusted, and you're not wasting as much. It's really, I mean, and I hate to say this, I love broadcast TV, God bless them. But it's the difference between just putting something out in the whole DMA that's this giant geography, depending on where you are, and buying streaming TV where you're cherry picking like 10 DIY shows
Yep.
or 10 DIY networks.
Shows and zip codes and
Yep.
like very specific. I get that.
So
yeah.
we're going 100% true on this
Yeah.
one.
All right, maybe I'll put a drum roll here or something. but,
Ooh, I won't.
you
But I could.
guys are correct.
Yes.
Yes. That one I was super confident.
Yeah. It was. It's like it felt like a trick, like the true false trick, where it was like, what is the? I want a full definition of all of the vocabulary words before I start spelling.
And I'm good with the true false trick. So
Yeah.
I do, when I teach my college classes, we do test reviews with Kahoot. It's like an online game thing. I'm sure everybody listening knows if you've been in college recently. But I will throw in like, generally speaking, this is true or false, or only or exactly.
Yeah.
And if you know me, you know when I'm just hooking you and reeling you in. But what's funny is, prior to recording this episode, we went through some final stuff. And one of the questions is, micro influencers provide better ROI than broad influencers, true or false? And the answer is true.
I was gonna say that feels true to me.
Yeah, better ROI.
Also have a fun fact.
Yeah. Oh my
whoa.
God! There's a pun and a fun
So-
fact in this episode.
More than 56% of marketers who invest in influencer marketing work with micro influencers because they see the highest level of engagement. And I totally agree with what you guys were saying. I think micro influencers are definitely like more niche audiences.
Yeah.
And it's a great way to reach people that you can't normally reach. So.
Sure.
I feel like there's a shout out to a micro influencer in the room.
Omaha Brewdogs.
Yep, Omaha Brewdog. So you do beers, but you focus on beers that are either made in or served in Omaha, mostly made in and around, right?
all local stuff. So we tend.
You've
if
done
we,
some Sioux City things too.
yeah,
Yeah.
so, Sioux
Yeah.
City. We kind of branch out a little bit. If we go on vacation, we post some
Yeah.
fun ones.
Yeah.
But it's got to be from. So I think Christian had posted a Colorado one when he was out there.
Yeah.
But it was a local Colorado beer. So I mean, that's micro influencing. You just need to monetize it.
Yeah, I may or may not have thrown that in because of me, but
Hello, I'm going to self-serve
Perfect.
myself.
And there was our
Self-serve myself.
plug.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
can find them on Facebook and Instagram. I know.
Yeah.
at Omaha Brewdogs, please check
It's
us out.
very,
but-
it's a very cute logo.
Is the website up yet?
Precious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the website's
yes,
up.
it's live. And you can like contact them and fill out forms and
you
stuff.
can
Well, I
request
kinda know who
to
they
play.
are.
Yeah.
So.
It's
Right, like you can't just reach over and tap
Right.
Zach on the shoulder and be like, "Hello, I have a,
Is it?
I have a request."
Yeah, since I sit across from him most days when
Sure.
I'm in Omaha, is it just omahabrewdogs.com?
I believe so, but not, I can't remember. Might be the pressure
check.
of the
Let's
moment,
check.
but
All right,
check.
Caitlin's gonna fact check that for us. We'll come back on it.
I will move on to the next one though.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, we got to keep going.
Make sure you pay attention to how things are said for some of like the future ones, just because, like
Okay, this one's fake.
OmahaBrewDogs.com
Yep, there
with
we
their
go.
cute little puppy.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, what's going on with this? So we need to pay attention to how you say
ready.
it.
It's
You're
things
going to
that I
try to
say.
trick us, is what I'm hearing.
Maybe in the future, who knows?
It's happening right now. I'm
Fake.
ready.
Oh, wait.
right.
We gotta wait.
This one is more brands will begin to test out native advertising solutions.
More brands will begin to test out native advertising solutions.
I feel like it's
I
more
would
brands
say like test
will
out
be
I-
implementing native
implementing
ads.
more native ad campaigns kind of thing.
I mean, native is growing. Ugh. See, now that you've warned us that you're going to try to trick us, I'm concerned
like
that
this-
you're trying
I
to
may
trick
have
us.
just trying to throw you off by saying that,
But I mean, this one, I mean, so
This is like the version of that game we played during happy hour wherein Zach gets so excited and he can't stop talking.
and then he gives it
And then
away,
he, like-
and we know what's happening, and then we beat him. So here's my thoughts on native. So native is a very broad term.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I would like the definition of native in this instance.
I mean, Zach can correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah,
but I
you
believe
do-
it's
tell me.
something that, at least on the surface, appears to be part of the content or appears to be content versus a banner ad or something like
yes,
that.
it's designed to blend in and promote your brand to a new audience who might never learn about you.
Yeah, so it's basically...
Can you give me an example?
Oh, gosh.
So something that I would do, I used to have an internship at K&B Transportation,
Sure.
but basically a lot of the time what we would do is we would pay a company called CDL Life, which produces like editorial content, like news
It's
articles,
like
stuff
industry
like that.
content.
Yeah, it's
and
basically
then-
like disguised, like the way
like an advertorial.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah,
That's the
it's
way I
same
like to think
idea. You can also do it through third-party services, like Rollworks will do native advertising
Sure.
for you. You basically put in like photos and headlines. It's kind of like doing Google Display now. Google Display is shifting toward native almost. It's not a banner ad. You got like the elements of it, and then they place it in places to try to make it look like it's either adjacent to or part of the article.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't think it's going away. I think that when you look at small businesses, so these are small business trends also, right?
That's I mean, like that seems pricey.
Yeah, it's
like the
small business
content
trends.
development and this,
it's-
like some of the strategy behind that
It
can be.
but it's
Yeah.
not as pricey as some of the other
And I guess I
tools.
should also preface by saying, like, I think of small business in terms of like us and myself as like a single person small business, but small business is really like fewer than 200 or 500
I think
employees.
it's 500
I can't remember what
employees.
the official like.
There's a SMB
Department of
is
Labor,
technically
yeah.
small and medium business.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely not like you're not in the Fortune 500, even the Fortune
Right.
1000
Yeah.
usually.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think?
I mean,
I'm on a tangent. I can't. Can you say it again? Will you read it again?
So I'll say how I put it.
Yeah.
More brands will test out native ads. So basically,
Yeah, I think it's
like,
the test
will it
out for
grow?
me.
Like, will that?
I think
part-
it's like false in that it's not specific, like it's not
Testing.
strong enough. Yeah, that they're like they've been testing and they're going to implement it. I think that's the trick. I wish I could read your poker face.
I feel so.
So it's like true false.
I'm gonna need a final answer.
Yeah, I know. We've got to like keep moving. I honestly, for small business, I think it's probably true. I think there's more testing going on at the lower levels.
Okay, I could see that.
I think there's less testing going on with like Coke, Pepsi, those type of people.
Where the budget. will
Yeah, where
allow.
you've got the budget and you don't care, and it's actually a cheap way to advertise compared to a Super Bowl sponsorship. So I'm gonna say yes, and if you'll come along with me on this, I think we're okay.
I'll allow it.
You are correct.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Was I on the right track though? Like, was the trick in the testing, or is that like?
So I think it's
Give
just
me
the
the
way
facts.
I worded it. It's
Okay.
more of like a growth.
Okay. Okay.
will
okay.
grow.
become-
Yeah, because if you say native advertising will grow, I think that's an easier like smack. down yes.
Absolutely. Okay.
But I
okay.
do
It
think
didn't
that
help that I threw you guys off.
Yeah, I
with what
know.
said.
He's tricky, folks.
I do think also that like it is true that small businesses are later to the game on those things.
I mean, that's the case almost always, isn't it?
Although-
Or like,
I wonder if small businesses were actually a little early on the micro influencers simply because they can't afford like, a Kylie
yeah,
Jenner or
it will
somebody.
also be really interesting, like economically, as hiring trends and things have shifted
Mm-hmm.
to see, because that's economic downturns are typically really good for small business because
Mm-hmm.
like people get laid off and they're like, well, no time like now to see if this idea that I've had percolating for 5 years works.
Oh yeah,
and so
the number of like entrepreneurial startup small businesses from
huge,
2020 to 2022 was like it just skyrocketed. It was really great.
yeah.
Yep. So the fun fact for this one is that nearly of the marketers who I guess HubSpot like surveyed,
which is a lot. It's thousands.
Yeah.
36% say it's effective, but 50% say it's their top ROI generating.
Wow.
So they're basically saying they think it's going to grow because of how effective people are saying it is.
Yeah. It will be interesting to see what happens. I was reading something about how like people born between like 1987 and 1992 were like the last. So like we're the only people, because I fall into that category. Like we're the only people who grew up without the internet and then had the internet where you couldn't trust everything that you read. And like we were coached very heavily, especially I remember like in high school writing term papers and stuff, like just because it's on Wikipedia doesn't make it true.
It's true.
And so like the fact checking or like awareness aspect of that, where like marketers are going to try and like infiltrate is maybe a heavy, it's like we're in your brain, we're getting in there, but like legitimize their content or their advertising to make it feel less like salesy.
Yeah.
It kind of just like raises my like,
you're skeptical of it because it doesn't feel salesy. You're like, just show me the sale and I'll take it or leave it. Don't try to slide it into my article. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I mean, I do think, so I'm Gen X, obviously, and we grew up with no internet and had it in college. So it was like, actually, it was like late high school, we got AOL, which was, ooh. And then got a little bit more in college.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
It's an interesting one.
I mean,
But
we were just dodging predators in AOL chat rooms at that point. Like,
Oh yeah, that didn't stop for me. Yep, 100%. MSN Messenger. Do you remember your first screen name?
Yeah, I do, and I'm not going to tell you.
oh man, that's funny.
I absolutely do.
We had this discussion the other day in the office, and I was like, I wonder if I can get into my old Hotmail account. I did.
Oh, I can still get into my original AOL with that
It was
original
like my
screen
very
name.
first email address.
I had a Hotmail for my first email address.
Oh my gosh, I'm not as old as I thought.
It's because my sister helped me set up a Facebook account when I was like
Yes.
way too young to be on Facebook.
Oh.
Terms and conditions do not apply.
All right, we should probably
Moving
move on
right
if we've got
along,
three
yeah.
more of these. But so far the score is 2-0.
I'm not doing a
This
great
is like,
job.
This
so
is like
far.
wait, don't tell me, where if we get the next one, then we win.
So
I mean, pretty much.
Yeah.
this one's interesting. Virtual reality and augmented reality
Garbage.
will experience a large amount of growth in the marketing
False.
sphere.
100% false. Absolutely not. The cost to enter that market is prohibitive, especially when we're talking about small business trends.
Yeah.
This is more of a like all-encompassing like.
Well, you can't change the rules in the middle of the game.
Right here it says small, business marketing trends.
This
on my
is
sheet.
zero. This is 0% true.
I mean, right now you've got what? You've got Microsoft in there. iHeartRadio or iHeartMedia has their own like stage
I didn't know that.
in
Okay.
Roblox.
Roblox.
I know. Well, I mean, that's
it's
what you hear
crazy how
about.
much.
But
yeah,
Roblox is like, as far as VR is concerned, is pretty robust for what it, like what it is or what it started as.
Roblox
Like,
is huge. It's,
yeah.
Wow. It's
Facebook
crazy.
is trying it, but nobody has anything. Like nobody has
nobody
shins
has
or
anything.
feet.
No, and
Have
also
you not seen that where people are basically like, if you
Just
look
like this
down, you
creepy
have no
floating
legs
head.
under your knees.
And also, like, it's a vanity project. Like, the metaverse is because nobody fucking likes Mark Zuckerberg in real life. So he's like, maybe if I only exist on the internet, people will be friends with me. Like, it's not happening. This is zero. You will not change
agree.
my
I
mind
think
on
that
this.
this one's not true.
Yeah.
I think that it's it just feels too much of a leap. I think it may grow incrementally, but I don't think it's going to grow.
Yeah,
huge.
it's not. It may be like 2030.
Yeah, so false.
Yeah.
All right. You are correct.
Yes.
Yes.
But it's funny because last year HubSpot thought that it was going to grow. So on their 2022 trends, they said
Yeah.
they're going to have.
Well, they didn't ask me.
Well, and also like there was such a push at the end of 2021, and then like inflation and all of the like the tech bubble changed so swiftly when people's purchasing habits changed because we were like re-entering in real life things that like
Well, and I think that coming out of I think it also 2020, 2021, there was sort of a never-ending pandemic. Like, people aren't going to be in person. There's going to be a huge audience that's not.
Like,
you have to create these virtual spaces, and Zoom's not it. And then I think, we are back in person, and we're back, and we're kind of managing through diseases and whatever's going on.
What a wild
But
season.
I think also there was like, Facebook kind of monopolized the VR headset thing, and that wasn't a good thing.
No.
I think if
at all.
Oculus had stayed independent, you'd have a much better shot at innovation and price coming down.
Facebook's entire business model is like, oh, somebody else had a good idea. Let's just buy them. And then there will be no other competition. Like, antitrust laws need to kick in yesterday for Facebook, but we don't have time for that today.
I also think that, like, if Apple had developed VR or bought Oculus, that it would be a lot further along than it would either be further along or be hidden, and it would come out at some point, and we all couldn't
it would be
live
like an
without it.
actually well-developed product.
I think so.
And it wouldn't be so. Like, the other problem with the metaverse right now is that they're trying to make it like an everyman project, and that is not the nature of like major tech innovation. Like,
Just make it for 12-year-olds.
But what Apple does well is they make a beautiful product and they make it like a status symbol.
Yeah, they make it
So it's
for
like-
a niche audience.
Yes. No, because when you look at like iPhone usage, that started as like a wealthy person's phone. And
yeah.
it was a status symbol.
Even the iPod.
But then as the adoption became more robust, it's still like a status symbol, but it's more affordable. And that's what like their VR situation will be when they like roll it out.
Also with that one, like, the competition learned that you could sell something more expensive, and all the prices of those Android phones rose, so that the Apple phone in comparison wasn't the Apple phone. The iPhone
the Apple phone
wasn't as expensive because everything else came up. The market shifted on price point pretty hard. Okay, so good tangent. We're now 3-0, so the episode is over.
Suck it, you lose, Zach. Do the last ones. I'm ready. Let's do them fast.
Yeah, we're ready.
We'll do like rapid fire.
I don't even know how
have
far
no
along
idea.
are we? We have time for these, right?
People are in. This is fun and interesting.
It probably
If
is.
for
It's
no
probably
one else
one of the
but
better
me.
episodes.
I'm thoroughly entertained. by this.
Okay, good. That's what we're here for.
From my seat.
We're here for you to lose and
Mark,
be entertained.
No, but Mark Zuckerberg has those stupid goggles, and we have this podcast. This is my vanity
True.
project.
Very true.
This next one is fairly simple.
Can't wait.
TikTok will continue to gain brand interest with within all industries.
False. It's really tough with like
So-
the CCP like aspect of it. The
The Chinese.
I think this
piece,
is false. Rapid fire. False. We don't have time. Go. Rapid fire.
When South Dakota bans it, like,
Sweet Jesus, we don't have time for that today either.
I'm gonna say no.
False.
You're incorrect. TikTok is continuing to grow brand interest.
I would be willing to put money on the fact that HubSpot is wrong about this one.
I think this
and
will
that
be
it's
proven
going
wrong.
to be too challenging for brands to be there in the future.
Especially as like
Federal government has
Conversa-
banned it on devices. States are banning it on devices. There is
Are
absolutely
they really banning it
Yes.
right now?
Yeah. South
It's
Dakota
ba-
just did
You
like
cannot
this last week.
like install
Like
it
in,
on a
in late
yeah.
November, early December, South
Yeah.
Dakota. For state, not for individuals, for state
No, so
employees.
so if you have like a state issue, like a government
Yeah.
issued phone. But what I will also say is like the private industry is going to adopt like democracy protection is really what it comes down to.
Part of
is
it.
like the
Yep.
Chinese government surveillance that could exist and like we will never know. Like they
It
are
does.
denying
I will
it and they're
say-
saying that it's not true. But
the data server
yeah.
centers are all in China.
Yeah,
and the
there's
government
no
has access
way.
to everything. So
I will say the interesting thing about TikTok is that it definitely has like a grip on like my generation.
it's
and
it's a
generations
beautiful
below us.
product and their algorithm is gorgeous. It's so intelligent and so like
I'm
great.
served
Yeah.
a lot of advertising on TikTok,
Yeah.
and like a lot of like brands, are,
Like
showing up on
content,
my
everything.
feeds.
Yeah,
you'll see a lot of
yeah.
native stuff on TikTok too. You already
Yeah.
do see some
Yeah.
of it. So, and I do see some TikTok stuff through Twitter or Facebook where it's cross posted.
Where
I
the
do
olds
not.
get their TikToks
Right.
is on the Instagram.
I don't have a TikTok account in part because, like, there is a government employee in my household, and we just don't.
it's not worth the
Like,
risk.
it's just really not. I mean, and it's a private. I have a private phone and all that.
Right.
But it's just not something. I also just don't have time for more video rabbit holes.
Yep.
So we'll see where that one goes. We'll give you the point because
we've already
I'll
won.
take the pity point.
Yeah.
All right. Pity points for Zach, but I'm telling you, when we get to 2024 trends, this one will not have come true.
Interesting. All right.
Zach's like, you're wrong.
Yeah.
I'm
Old
holding
man,
on to
you're
my
wrong.
pity. Right?
HubSpot says differently, but
Yeah.
They were wrong on the last one.
I believe Zach just okay boomered me.
maybe not.
But you're not.
This next
I'm
one
not
is
a boomer.
Right.
this next one is very interesting, and I don't care how long we talk about it.
Okay, so Zach's now saying this could be a 2-hour episode.
It's
Fair
a holiday
game.
special.
Tuck in.
It's a holiday special. I should have like worn
I know.
some like sparkles or had like a song. I could have written you a
Should have
jingle.
decorated for Christmas, but hindsight's 2020.
Correct. Hindsight is 2022 in this case.
Wah, 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 wah. Okay,
I
there's
think I
another
might
pun.
actually insert that sound, but
All right, so let's get to this one.
we're on the last one. Blogging is on the decline.
False.
Blogging is on the
Gasp.
decline.
Realizing
No, because like that's
it's
that's
not-
your evergreen content. Okay, I have a gut reaction. As
You got more to tell us?
he's
Yep,
gonna
there's
tell us
more to
Okay,
it.
there's more
I
context.
think it's false.
utilizing meta tags and YouTube transcriptions as pages is becoming more popular, or is going to become more popular.
Oh,
Gross.
gross. I mean, okay, so I say that, and if you go to ctapodcast.live, all of our episodes, we do have the transcript on there. And yes, some of that is for SEO, but it's also because there are
It's an
generations
accessibility.
that
Well,
want
it's
to
an
read.
accessibility thing too.
Well, yeah. Although, I mean, if you're blind, I guess you could just you could find the code where you could hit the play button.
yeah.
There's
I don't know.
it is tagged so the screen
Right.
reader could get to that. But yeah, it is an accessibility thing. It's also an SEO thing. So we do put transcripts of these that are sometimes hilarious when they first come back to us on
It's hearing. It's
our
not for
page.
blind people. It's for hearing people. Like there's no other means. I was
right.
why is this an accessibility
yeah.
thing? I know the answer, but I need to
'Cause I'm
find it
like-
in my dumb
I was
lizard
like,
brain.
Blind people can hear our podcast, but you're right. It's for hearing impaired is why we have the. Okay,
Funny.
God, I'm sorry.
It's funny that
It's funny that I didn't think of that, and I just
it's-
was like,
And I'm like, what? Because I was like, I watch Instagram with the volume off all the time. Why do I do that with the captions? But that's what it's hearing.
Same. It's
yeah.
so that you can
Yeah.
see it. So anyway, like as somebody like we do that, and it's something that I was involved in the decision to do that. I think it was Zach's suggestion, and probably coming up with some SEO stuff as well. I don't see this becoming ubiquitous or replacing blogs.
No.
I do think video's going to grow.
I see a world in which they live together, but like blog content goes back to I think it was the first one, right? Where it's like native things,
creating your
where
own
it's-
content
yeah, like
that is an article that's sort of selling.
yeah.
Owning
So like
that
all of
advertorial.
those things live in the same ecosystem. I
It's
think
also
this is false.
among the cheapest to produce
Yeah.
or create.
Well, yeah, because you take you have a pamphlet or a brochure or your salespeople's pitch that you're and you just utilize that.
So, devil's advocate a little bit, I think that part of what's embedded in this, where I still think it's false, is that brands will be producing more video content, and it'll be easier to convert that video content to written than an existing print piece being converted, because no one's doing print pieces anymore. People still are, but
which
not
is
as
sad
much.
because I love.
I know. We do them sometimes.
Yeah.
Like they do come up.
Yeah.
So I think that's where this falls.
I'm sticking with my gut instinct that this is
I
false.
think it is also false because I just don't see.
With the caveat of
mean,
the conversion between
Yeah.
video to
I think there'll be some of that happening. So one, I haven't seen a lot of it yet. I haven't gone to anybody's blog and seen them posting a video with the transcript under it. Two,
but I'm wondering if they're going to be more subversive about it, of you see the video in one place and then there's snippets of it kind of converted to a listicle or what, you know what I mean?
you could. I mean, also I think that
that's also just general content strategy, isn't it?
yeah, I mean, it is.
False.
It is.
I stand by
basically.
it.
Yeah, I stand by false too, because also blogging is where HubSpot monetizes from that starter to pro. You get more blog. So I feel like that HubSpot would not be rooting for this to go away. But
blogs are forever; they will never die.
yeah, let's go with false and Zach.
It is in fact false, but it's funny because some people would like agree with this because video content is definitely on the rise,
Yep.
and converting that into like you said, like different types of content, almost like blogs. It's
Well, Danelle from Small Guy Productions,
Fatty,
Omaha Fatty,
Yeah.
aka like, and also he does his podcasts are videos on YouTube, and then the audio goes out on the podcast network. So that I completely get. I mean, it's just one more step for him to transcribe it and put it on a blog, which he might do. I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna get our podcast on YouTube someday, even if it's no.
I can't-
Oh
even if
God,
it's
we're
just
gonna
the
video
audio.
this.
Even if it's just the audio, because people say
Yeah,
lot of
you
things
can.
People say.
Well,
that-
it's like it's a free platform and it's super accessible.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the thing. Like, it's one of the best places to reach people, for sure.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, why aren't you on this? Why aren't we there already?
We will be on it probably as this episode releases.
Right? Maybe this is
All
our
right.
first one.
Yeah, because this does mark the end of our first year of podcasting, right?
Yes, it's part of my YouTube strategy, but
I know. You've got other priorities as well.
We have so many irons.
And putting these on YouTube is not billable, so there's that.
exactly.
All right, so nothing about Be Real dying in 2023, 2024?
You
No,
made a face about
2023.
Be Real. I want to know what the face was.
I'm gonna admit I have no. I've never used Be Real.
I did one.
do you
I know
what it
people that
is?
use it. I don't understand the concept. I just know that people use it.
Okay,
and that
so the
people
concept
invite
Oh my God, are we gonna like do
Be
the
Real-
reverse of
Yeah.
Okay Boomer?
Be Real was made for olds, apparently.
No, it's not.
No,
It's
I
like the
know.
youth, like
It's
the
like
youth
younger
youths.
people.
Yeah, so the idea is...
Younger than Baby Zach.
So it pushes you get a push notification, and when you get it...
Everybody
you have
gets
to-
the notification at the same
Yep.
time of day.
And you have to hold up your
Interesting.
phone and take a picture, and it takes two pictures, one with the front camera of you, and one with the back camera of, excuse me, I bumped things,
It's okay.
where you are. So you get this context
It's
of
like,
mine would be
instead
my
of like
face
the
and
filtered
Caitlin.
Instagram world of like,
Yeah.
look at how
So
beautiful
it's-
and perfect
it's supposed
everything
to be
is.
like more like I
It's-
guess realistic.
A
Yes.
snippet of real life. That's why it's
Yes.
called Be,
Be
real.
Real.
I've seen them before. I was just like,
Yeah,
what is?
I
what's the
did
point?
one.
Yeah, it's the picture with
was
the
really-
little
yeah.
inset picture in it.
It's
like-
kind of cool. It's just I just never knew what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you were FaceTiming yourself and you took a screenshot.
I knew the whole
General
two camera
premise,
thing.
yeah.
But like I didn't know like why it was a thing, I guess. But now that you say that,
Yeah.
it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Because everything else is so plastic and filtered and not real life.
Yeah.
That, it's just supposed to be absolutely real. I mean, and there are people who are like sitting on the toilet and you get a picture of, and it's like,
Well, and so you can, and from what I understand, you can retake it, but then it like notifies.
oh yeah, it tells people that you weren't
You're
real.
not real.
Yeah.
liars.
And so that's like the social cred of the platform is to actually do it and be real and not get those flags where like, oh, you weren't real. You waited an hour and took this.
Yeah. If you're late, you get like it's like 5 minutes or something.
Yeah.
You get like a certain amount of time from the time the notification happens to.
I would probably be driving, and that would drive me crazy because I would have to pull over and then take the shot because I'm not going to be fake. But I also do not have it installed on my phone. So that's another one. I don't do TikTok. I don't do Be Real.
Yeah. I stopped doing Snapchat too.
I only follow people on Snapchat, except now I'm finding out that it's the same shit that goes on Instagram and Facebook stories. And so why do
Yeah.
I even care about Snapchat
Everyone's
anymore?
copying TikTok.
I know, and that's
But
also why I
also,
think
like-
TikTok will maybe die. Is
But
if somebody can do it a little
Snap
bit better.
was kind of the origin. What? Not even
Yeah.
kind of. That was where stories came from.
Yeah, I
and
used to-
then
I
like,
remember
and then
watching.
again, Facebook was like, "Oh, we tried to buy Snap because they had a really good idea," and then they said no. And so we're like, "You know what? We'll just steal your idea and turn it into Instagram stories."
Yep, and then we'll put that there. I did see somebody that I follow on Instagram, it was bizarre to me, wiped out their whole timeline of photos, and all they're doing now are vertical videos. So they've got like 10 posts,
Oh,
and
it's the
every one of
reels?
them is a reel. And that's
Oh, yeah.
all they're
I've
posting.
seen that before.
And I was just like, but all that history.
You can archive it; it doesn't go away.
Well, it goes away for me, like for people
Right?
viewing
But,
it.
like, yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, oh. I mean, it's...
Also,
I don't like
download
I don't
your
like when
shit
they
from
do
Twitter
that because it's
That's
hard to
like-
find stuff too, and it just looks horrible when you go on the channel because
the
even if
grid,
you try and like title it, it sometimes gets like messed up because they're all vertical, and then it's just like. But TikTok added a feature where if you watch a video and you want to see a part 2, you go to that profile and it'll take you to the video that you just watched.
Instagram had that for a while, and then they stopped doing it. Or it would say like you just watched this. But now you click on it and it takes you just to like the rabbit hole of their
I feel
grid.
like this is another episode.
I'm writing that down.
Okay, we're giving producer Zach ideas. So I think the official is 4-1, right? We give you that. You get a pity point,
Da-da-da-da.
but I still stand by that the
Right.
score should be 5-0.
We're
and
gonna
the HubSpot is
revisit
wrong.
this and at
This
the end
format
of this
will
year.
make another appearance probably.
This was
Give me
friggin'
another
fun.
chance
Yeah.
to win. But
I mean, I think.
Never.
I mean, sure, we can do more contests, but all right. So it was fun having you on mic for this
Yeah.
one, Zach. That was
awesome to be here.
a really nice change of pace. So I guess it's time for another dance break, and then we out of here.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it for another episode of Cocktails, Tangents, and Answers.
We hope it was as much fun to listen to as it was to make.
You can find me on Twitter or Instagram at Rich Mackey. I try not to make it too difficult. It's just my name. And you can find our agency at Antidote_71. That's ANTIDOTE_71 on Twitter and Instagram as well.
And you can find me at home sipping a craft cocktail prepared by my in-home bartender. It's my husband.
We'll be back with another episode every other week and a whole new cocktail recipe, plenty more tangents, and of course, answers to those pressing marketing questions.
And if you'd like to send us a question, you can go to ctapodcast.live to send us an email.
Or you can call our hotline at 402-718-9971 and leave us a voicemail. Your questions might be used for future episodes of the podcast.
For now, like and subscribe and tune in next time.